Hello fellow YouTubers, we've got a lot to get through today. Some launch news for Vertigo's After the Fall. The 2021 VR Awards happened on the 18th of November and were frankly embarrassing. Then I have 3 Oculus Quest stories, including an amazing potential 70% increase in Quest 2 rendering power. So stay tuned to the end to find out how that will affect your gaming in the future. Ready? Let's get straight into it then. Remember, we're born to respawn. Vertigo Games' highly anticipated zombie looter shooter After the Fall is getting a raft of pre-order bonuses. There are currently 2 editions to the game available for pre-order. The launch edition gives you exclusive early access to the game on the 7th of December, a full 48 hours before the game releases. It also includes access to all of the first season of content, which includes new maps, weapons and game modes. The deluxe edition gives you an exclusive weapon skin, artwork and soundtrack with an After the Fall theme and avatar for your PlayStation. Plus, if you purchase the Steam Deluxe Edition, you get exclusive access to a closed beta running from the 25th to the 27th of November, so I'll be all over that like a bad rash. You can pre-order the game on the Steam and Oculus platforms, plus there is currently a 10% discount applied. As an added bonus for Oculus users, the game is cross-buy, so if you buy the Quest 2 version, you get the Oculus PC version as well, which was nice. The VR Awards 2021 took place on the 18th of November and I've never been so embarrassed to be involved in VR. I'll get to why in a minute, but I'd just like to give a shout out to the 3 winners in the 3 categories that mattered to me. The VR Social Influencer of the Year went to Thrill Seeker for the 2nd year running, but it is well deserved as I hold his channel in very high regard and he consistently turns out quality content on a variety of VR topics, so well done Thrill Seeker. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below, so go check him out and maybe subscribe if you haven't done so already. VR Hardware of the Year went to HP Reverb G2 Omnicept Edition. This is HP's £1,000 plus version of its slightly underwhelming G2, but includes eye tracking, pupil size, heart rate and facial tracking. VR Game of the Year went to Demeo, Resolution Games tabletop dungeon crawler. I haven't actually played this game, but it was well received and my chum Surgical from Surgical Gaming VR has played it and said it was very good and very addictive. So, why was I so embarrassed by this ceremony? Due to pandemic restrictions, the entire event was held in AltSpace VR, Microsoft's social VR platform. And it was a shambolic amateur disaster. I was watching live and my notes are just covered in the word embarrassing and circled for good measure. Go check out the live feed, not the edited highlights, if you want to see just how bad it was. VR is growing exponentially. The VR Awards are an important part of growing interest in our burgeoning passion, and embarrassing amateurish events like this will not help us to grow a mature professional image. Can you imagine the Game Awards doing this? Or the BAFTAs? Or the Oscars? No, of course you can't. I understand these are testing times and the world has gone off kilter, but a bloody Zoom call would have been better than that utter garbage we were peddled. The 2022 show needs to be slick, needs to be professional, and needs to be glamorous. If I want to see a bunch of enthusiastic amateurs, I'll stick with Pornhub. Thank you very much. Before I move on to my final 3 stories, I'd just like to thank all my patrons. I love you truly, madly and deeply. Plus, if you enjoy the madness that is Mac in VR, please smash that like button, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload any new content. Thanks. Oculus have officially rebranded to Meta and have updated the website to reflect this. I'm not a great fan of the rebrand, but there you are. That probably happened quicker than expected. After the frankly disappointing Kinect 8, I upgraded to the 256 gig Quest 2 and the headset was still branded as Oculus, but I expect this to change as well. Our second Oculus stroke Meta story is that both Quest headsets have received a new feature called Application Space Warp, which could potentially boost the rendering power of the standalone headset by up to 70%. That is a massive performance increase, which would mean huge boosts in the graphical fidelity of a standalone Quest 2 game. I use my Quest 2 for playing PC VR via virtual desktop, so I know that the Quest 2 screen is very capable of displaying higher resolution graphics. So how is it done? Here's the science bit. Using application space warp, apps would run at 36 frames per second on the original Quest, or 36, 45 or 60 on the Quest 2. Then using game engine data will extrapolate the next frame, which massively reduces processing overheads. In his excellent unscripted keynote speech, John Carmack did state that the Quest was capable of running at Quest 2 graphical fidelity, and that the Quest 2 could run at next-gen VR fidelity.
You know, our system that we've got in Quest 1, if we're able to run that at maximum clocks for everything, it could do most of the things that Quest 2 has. And if we could run Quest 2 at full clocks for everything, you know, it would probably have more performance than whatever the next gen SoC is.
So maybe this is one of the steps he was alluding to. The application requires devs to use OpenXR and Vulkan APIs, so it's unlikely that legacy Quest and Quest 2 games will benefit, but still it's very exciting to think that we could be running PC VR quality graphics on a standalone headset in the near future. In his keynote speech last year at Connect 7, Mark Zuckerberg stated this: "The big question is, what is it going to take for it to be profitable for all developers to build these large efforts for VR? To get to that level, we think that we need about 10 million people on a given platform. And whether you like them or not, Facebook and Meta are the driving force behind affordable virtual reality, and that milestone has been reached, according to the CEO of Qualcomm, Cristiano Amon."
Oculus Quest 2 was 10 million units.
Qualcomm later reached out to Upload VR and stated that this was an estimate of third-party market size by industry analysts and not a definite figure. But if these figures are even close to correct, then here is some context. Xbox Series X has so far sold over 8 million units. PlayStation 5 has an estimated 13.5 million units. So if Oculus have sold approximately 10 million units, that makes the Quest 2 more successful than Microsoft's much more glamorous and much more expensive console. Plus, with the more expensive premium Project Cambria due to release in 2022, we hope, then Facebook could have both the high end and budget end of the standalone VR market practically sewn up. Is this good or bad news? Is it healthy to have one company so dominant in the market? Got any thoughts on any of the other stories I've covered today? You know the drill. Get involved and comment down below. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the other side.
One time at band camp, there was 2 gold area repeats in there.
Oh. Did you say that while having a flute stuck up your pussy?
Yeah.
I think I'm actually dropping your gun right here over the edge.
She never told us you could play the flute whilst you had it stuck up her pussy, did she?